Time now to check in with CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also the editor of the State of Crypto newsletter. Hey there, Nick. So we have some new OCC nomination rumors. Tell us a bit about that.
Hey, good morning. Yes, last night it was reported that U.S. President Joe Biden intends to nominate Cornell University Professor Saule Omarova to be the next comptroller of the currency, succeeding Michael Hsu, who has been in the role in an acting capacity ever since former acting comptroller Brian Brooks stepped down. There's not a lot I can say right now. We're still trying to confirm, indeed whether or not this nomination will happen soon. But it seems that the professor is, she's familiar with crypto, but she's not a huge fan of it. She wrote a paper in 2019, kind of casting doubt, a lot of skepticism around some of the claims the crypto industry has presented over the years, including, concerns around whether or not it's actually revolutionizing financial services or issues like that. How that translates into action remains to be seen, but the OCC has been very active in 2020, allowing the crypto industry closer access to banking services and granting banks with more permission to interact with crypto. So there is a fair amount at stake here.
So Nick, are we seeing a stance by the Biden administration, not Joe Biden himself, because it doesn't? I'm still not convinced he's even heard of Bitcoin. But are we seeing perhaps Yellen getting involved in this, somebody involved with selecting people who are clearly anti-crypto? Are we seeing a sort of a Biden administration stance overall arching throughout the administration as to being negative against cryptocurrency in general, and specifically given we see Gensler, et cetera, coming out strongly?
Well, it seems to me that while, there is some concern amongst, a lot of these regulators around what's going on with the crypto industry right now, it feels a lot more likely that, Biden administration is looking for financial product experts who happen to know a lot about crypto. This was actually a topic of a newsletter from Tuesday, but a lot of the folks that he's nominating are primarily known for their work in other areas, but they, whether they've taught courses on crypto or have written papers about crypto, they're just people who know about this industry. And I think that's probably just kind of a trend, right? As crypto becomes more and more mainstream, you're going to have a greater chance of finding regulators who, or finding people who can become regulators who have this prior knowledge. And how exactly that prior knowledge translates into their policy positions is really going to depend on, what kind of regulators you're looking for. Gary Gensler, when he was at the CFTC, was known for, creating and implementing some pretty strong regulations around derivatives products. And so, I feel like him coming into the SEC and trying to regulate crypto and the way he's been doing shouldn't be a huge surprise. And likewise, if you're looking for regulators who can rein in, what you see as a, pretty crazy financial sector, or a specific segment of the sector, or someone who can understand different parts of it, then chances are, if they know about crypto, then they're going to want to prioritize issues like in the Professor Omarova's case, making sure the general consumer has access to banking services that are not just subject to a very restrictive system.